Steph Curry was absolutely amazing, perhaps his best performance in any game he's played in the finals. 43 points along with 10 rebounds, shortest player ever to do that in NBA Finals history, doing this thing in the victory in Game 4. And Jason Tatum was awesome early, however, late, not necessarily his best performance. The Celtics looking to rebound and get back in this series. Can they do it in Game 5? In the meantime, let's take a look back at that epic Game 4.
Curry in transition, backs up with the dribble, stops and fires a three. Got it! Curry fires, heat check three, confirmed!
Curry has had to do a lot of the load, obviously, for this team. He's doing it again.
That kind of pressure all game long. I think this is the strongest physically that he's ever been in his career.
Curry catches left corner, dribble drive on White, shoots the floater, high up and good. What a tough shot that was. Curry gets free, gets some contact, layup, got it, and one.
He came out bombing early at 9 in the first half. Some of those were some crazy shots that were highly contested that he made, and you can't do anything about those.
A hand off Curry, has a look, has a fire, and he hit it. Curry shoots with White behind him and hit it. White was draped over him from behind.
Curry, it's good. Steph Curry from downtown. Curry again. Oh, Steph Curry from way downtown.
The heart on that man is incredible. You know, the things he does, we kind of take for granted from time to time. Shocking he wasn't a first-team All-NBA guy.
Taking that all time in the world. Curry three-pointer, puts it in. 33 for Steph Curry. Step back, three-pointer. Bang! Steph Curry drills the three. That's a 6-point Warriors lead. Timeout Boston.
Give credit to him, one of the best players in the world. He's been here before, and he had it rolling tonight. We got to do a better job of containing, and it's tough. We ain't never said it was supposed to be easy.
Another brilliant performance from Stephen Curry.
This is, to me, one of the best Warrior wins that I can remember.
Unbelievable performance. His ability to make shots, we all understand.
These are moments where you need that 40-point game, and Steph Curry delivered tonight.
It's crazy because I still feel like we can play just a little bit better, but to win on the road and get home court advantage back, big for this group.
And there you see a live shot of what's going on inside of the Chase Center. The Golden State Warriors on the practice court preparing to take on the Boston Celtics in Game 5 Monday night. That game is going to be amazing. We're here to bring you everything before you see Steph Curry getting those shots up. We're going to hear from Steph. We're going to hear from all the players from each team as we bring you in right here. Studio B. And NBA fans, what's good? You are now rocking with the best. Ro Parrish right here. It is Game Time at the Finals presented by YouTube TV, along with the playoff performer and NBA champion All-Star Steve Smith. Smitty, that game that Golden State won in the playoffs, that was the first time that Warriors franchise had won in the playoffs in Boston since the 60s. An impressive performance to get them back in this series. And, of course, Steph Curry put on a show that many people enjoyed watching and got the Warriors back into this series.
He did, Ro, and the Golden State Warriors, that was somewhat of a must-win. You didn't want to go down 3-1 with 3 games left, and obviously if you're the Boston Celtics, you wanted to win that one. But Steph just plain and simple wouldn't let the Golden State Warriors lose. And we all know about his shooting performances, but he did so much other things on the floor that was just impressive to all of us that watched. The 10 rebounds, the defense, the boxing out, it was all the little things, and I think he just kept bringing that emotion also to lift the Golden State Warriors. And right now you can see Steph, it's like a man on a mission. He's always been like this, but this one seems a little bit extra because of all the injuries and the time they've been away from each other to get back to this period.
He was huge in the fourth quarter. We know that he had 14 points in the third, but had that big fourth quarter with 10 points. Steph Curry was absolutely amazing. You talked about that energy, that emotion. He definitely had it and carried it through from the first quarter all the way to the end.
He did, and we're going to take a look at some of these plays right here, Ro. Let's start off right here. A little pick and roll, and obviously you see the strength of Steph Curry. Now one-on-one against Robert Williams. Somebody has to come help. This is a difficult shot for most, but that's an easy shot for Steph Curry. Then the gravity of Steph Curry. Watch. There's 3 guys. Okay, there's a guy named Klay Thompson. You can't leave him. But because of Steph Curry's ability to draw so many people, he gets a wide open look for Klay Thompson. Mind you, this is in the fourth quarter. Gets it to Draymond Green. Draymond gets it over to Looney. But everybody is free to have a running free range because of Steph Curry. Now, usually guys just throw it over the top, and he'll go one-on-one. But youngsters move without the basketball. Derek White, excellent job. Great contest. Steph still knocked it down. You look at what he did in that fourth quarter. 10 points, Also had 4 rebounds and assists, and probably had about 2 or 3 hockey assists. The next for me is to show this graphic, Ro. I would love to see how many of these shots are contested, because contested shots are not easy. Steph made it look easy. He was 14 for 26, 7 for 14. I bet out of those 26 shots, at least 21 was contested.
You can make the argument he probably should have had 45. There were a couple of times where maybe he was fouled and could have had a 4-point play. We won't discuss the officiating. That's another conversation for the other day. But the Boston Celtics in crunch time, not necessarily their best work. Now, we know during the regular season, statistically, the C's were the worst team in NBA history, well, in the regular season, when it comes to closing out games. And they reverted to that practice in Game 4 in the fourth quarter. The Celtics meltdown, they talk about it, starting with Derek White.
We just kind of got a little stagnant. Everybody just kind of standing around, looking at whoever had the ball and trying. No player movement, no ball movement. We just got to do a better job executing down the stretch.
Every time we got a 5-6 point lead, it felt like we made some poor decisions. Not sure if we tried to pick on mismatches too much. It got stalled out a little bit, but when we did run off-ball actions and got some movement, we got really good looks. A lot of times it felt like we were standing around unsure of who we were trying to go after, and led to those stalled out possessions.
You often bring up the spacing after things go wrong with your offense. What is the issue that you see that keeps popping up?
Well, you just answered your own question. Spacing. When things go wrong, that tends to be, offensively, some of the things that we don't do well. We don't get space. We kind of don't take our time, and we kind of get a little bit sped up. And we just need to get more settled in those moments.
Now, it feels like the Golden State Warriors might have a little bit more momentum going back home, especially after Steph's performance. What do we need to see, Smitty? Let's say from Jason Tatum, who's obviously the primary weapon for the Boston Celtics in Game 5.
Well, first we start off with Jason Tatum in this series in the second half, only averaging 8.3 points, Ro, shooting 26.5 from the field and 21%, from the three-point line. I think the Boston Celtics as a whole have to do a better job. If you look at the numbers in just Game 4, they were 7 for 21 from the field, 4 for 13 from the three-point line. But more importantly for me, they were just 1 for 1 in the fourth quarter. They have to get to the free throw line. And then the stat that really startled me is they were out-rebounded 16-6 in that fourth quarter. And the Golden State Warriors adjusted in the second half. They played much more small ball. And if you're the Boston Celtics with Robert Williams, Al Horford, who have great size, and then Tatum 6'9", Jaylen Brown 6'6", 6'7", then Marcus Smart and Derek White, those are the guards, those are guys who are playing, you must out-rebound and do the dirty work in the paint versus the Golden State Warriors.
Indeed, the Golden State Warriors were plus 13 in that game. And by the way, Steph Curry is averaging more points per game than Jason Tatum's shooting average. So the numbers are better. That's not necessarily good if you're a Celtics fan. Draymond Green, Golden State Warriors. We're going to hear from the players and the coaches coming up next as we continue on Game Time.